Okay, so we'll go through the filling procedure. So here's our storage. Our storage is all balanced out around 5,000 PSI. I actually have only the one bank open, and the other two are just gonna fill from the line, so they're gonna disappear pretty quickly, just so you know. Okay, so our fill station's showing our 5,000. It's getting its, sourcing its supply right now from the low bank. So we're gonna open our door. Safety bar pops up. Door opens up. I've already got a bottle in there just because I'm filming with one hand, so it's hard to hook up and film at the same time. But we're going to pretend we're filling a 2216 in bank number 3. So here's our tube. The two correspond with the 4 blast tubes internally. In the back here you'll see a little gold valve with a little stem sticking out. That's the door safety switch, so that's actually going to shut the airflow off to the fill lines. I'll show you real quick here. Pretend we're filling, and you'll see that the fill pressure goes right away. It's not going to let you fill with the door open. When the door closes, you'll see that our fill pressure comes right back up again. So back to the beginning, we're going to fill one cylinder, fill spot number 2. We've got our bottle in. We've connected it. We've shut the bleed valve so we have no leak. We're going to open our cylinder valve. We're going to close our door. So the door doesn't move too quick, so if anybody kind of gets trapped, they've got more than enough time to get out of the way. And if they do, you can see I can pull the door. It's not going to drag you in. And the door is closed now, and you can see our pressure climbed right back up as soon as that switch actuated. So supply pressure is good. We're going to dial our regulator up clockwise to 2,000. We've already had, as we did earlier, our valve set to fill 2216. So here we go. We've got it filled to 2216. Now with the sequencing array, you heard that noise. It's going to make squeaks and squeals, and that's just the pneumatic valves working. That's totally normal. So we'll pretend to fill number 2. Of course, it's going to fill quite quickly because it's just filling the fill line. There we go. You only need to open these valves about a quarter turn. You do not need to open them up all the way like the guys that are used to operating the pumps. Just a quarter turn, and they're finger valve. I know a lot of firemen are gorillas and they want to crank everything tight, but all you're going to do is have to rebuild the valves more often. So quarter turn and finger tight closed. So in theory our bottle is full. We're going to shut the corresponding valve off, and if it was multiples we'll shut all those off. We're going to open our door back up again. We of course shut our cylinder valve off, and then we're going to bleed the hose line. So we've vented the pressure from the hose line. We can now disconnect the hose, assuming we're done. Take that bottle out, either replace it with more to fill, or if we're done filling, we can just hang the valve on its hanger here, which is hard with my left hand, but there we go. So it'll hang. Now you don't need to tighten these down all the way either. They're just hangers. Get 3 or 4 turns so the fill whip stays hung there. If you tighten them up too tight, you risk the possibility of the actual holder backing off its screw, and it's a bit of a pain. So just get it on 3 or 4 turns so it holds the line in place, and you're good to go. So assuming we're done, we'd have pulled the bottle, we'd close the door, and I'll demo 4500 filling.